Good afternoon, Wildcats fans. We are at Carleton University, home of the Ravens, on the big ring today. Wildcats in their whites, taking on the Lady 67s in their home reds. Alrighty, buzzer has gone on the warm-up. 15 minutes set on the clock for the first period. Wildcats down, huddling up for this first of two games this weekend, both league games. We've got 67s today and Cornwall Royals tomorrow, followed by a nice break over the Christmas period. 67s are set. Wildcats are set. And let's see who skates out first. We've got Charlie Dales wearing number 26 today. Brooke Brewer, I think, is up with U22. They're playing at the same time this afternoon. And I believe that is our only additional player or player missing today. All right, Cameron gets it up to the point to O'Neill. Drops it back. 67s take possession. 67s. Cowan comes down for a shot and is on net. And saved. Brooklyn Nora in nets for the Wildcats today. That brings out Bray, Shula, and Clark. There's Clark chasing it down. Drops it. Bray picks it up in the corner. Bray behind the net. Looking up to the point. Tosses it back to Shula below the line. She's challenged. Shula gets it to Clark. Clark back to the point. Shot on. Saved. Bray shot. Saved. Now we get us a D change. That shot was by McKenna Hamill. We've now got Sturdivant and Thompson in there. And here come Brockway, McDougall, and Grace Stans. Stans with a little squish in the corner. There's McDougall chasing. That's into the neutral zone. Hannah Thompson hustling, picks that up. Brockway. Shot on, saved by Moore. Brockway handles. That's tap by Silverson with the 67s. And played back over the Wildcats. Sturdivant behind the net. Goes out the left side to Brockway. She spins with it. Looks up to McDougall. McDougall through the middle just ahead of Bell. But Bell's going to try to hustle and track that down versus number 7. Allard. Allard takes a stumble and goes into the boards. Bell able to capitalize on that. In front to Cameron, and that is in the net. 1-0 Wildcats. That's Bell to Casey, and Michaela Cameron with the goal. Hello. How are you? The Wildcats stay with Casey Bell Cameron. Casey at the drop, Bell skates in, and now 67's coming down. They shoot. Casey skates. Win-win. Number 10 gets a check in there. Charlie Dales around to McKenna Hamill and up towards Cameron. Cameron's going to be first to that one. She skates down. Clark coming in. Cameron trying to go across to Casey. That one's picked off, and here comes then Callan. Callan backhands it in, and she'll get a change. Nora stepping out to help with that one. They get it into the neutral zone. Bray first too. She chips it ahead and follows. Kylie Bray behind the net, looking. She sees Shula coming. Gets it to her. Shula at the dot. Back to Thompson. Clark battling in front. That one into Bree's shin. They try to recover, and now 67's skated down. Puck is dumped in. Thompson is on it. Out to Clark on the wing. That's across ice. Shula lifts the stick, able to get on it. Little spinneroo. Can't quite clear the zone. And O'Neill plays it back to Thompson. Thompson, out to Clark. Clark tips it, recovered by 22 of the 67s. Around the way now. Shula trying to bat it around and get it out, but Adele O'Neill will play it back the other way. Thompson, hard off the boards, nobody there. 22 puts a shot on, that's saved. Savard, number 22 for the 67s. Bray trying to get it out. Thompson locks it up. The Wildcats have been pinned in their zone here. The better part of this shift. Bray tries to get it out. Savard puts it back. Now O'Neill. Chips, that's back to the 67s. They try a long one, doesn't make it to net. Bray fires it off the wall. No dice getting it out that time. And Thompson's going to try this again. Someone's got to ice it, and there it goes. Down the other. 10:52 remaining in the first. And comes all the way back. Katie McDougall to take the face off. 67's control. Back to Dales. Around and to Brockway. Brockway gets it to Grace Stance. Stance coming in. She shoots just wide and picked up by the 67's. McDougall in at the face-off again. That one's picked up by Stance and in the net. Grace Stance puts the Wildcats ahead 2-0 off the Katie McDougall face-off. So score that one. Goal for Stance, assist for Katie McDougall. 2-0 Wildcats. 10.5 minutes left to play. Casey Cameron and Bell skate out now for the Wildcats. Dales and Sturdivant. That's over to Dales. She plays it up. Athena Casey with it. Bell takes a long shot. That one batted around twice and released. That one's deflected and out of bounds. O'Neill and Hamill coming in on the D side for Sturdivant and Dales. Casey facing off. She draws it over the boards. Picked up by Bell, but that one now taken deep into the Wildcat zone. O'Neill goes back to Cameron on the left side. Cameron to the middle. That one attempted to be picked up by the 67s, but is back in the neutral zone. Now 67s taking another crack at it. That's Kingsley with the puck. And here's Athena Casey skating it down for the Wildcats. She handles, goes through the legs. That's deflected up and out. That'll bring out Brashula Clark. Thompson and Sturdivant. Puck touched by nobody in that face-off. And into the neutral zone. Sturdivant puts it deep. Ray over on the wall battling. That's out and back with Sturdivant. Sturdivant has it deflected. Hannah Thompson back to pick it up. She stops, looks back to the left side of Shula. Shula tries to pull it past, has to go back deep for it, but now she's going. Vivian Shula is going to skate it in or not. She gets it over to Bray. Bray puts it deep for Clark. Clark heading over to the boards. Thompson now plays it deep, and Bray meets that behind the net. Bray through the middle. We need somebody on the move here. Sturdivant puts it deep. Shula controls, but taken away by 22. Sturdivant tries to handle through. We got Bray covering. She gets it back to Shula. They change. Here comes Stance, but Shula being pressured behind the net. Trying to keep it alive. Now she's got McDougall skating down the middle. Gets it to her, but not a clean exchange. McDougall goes back towards Grace Stance. Stance plays it towards net, stopped up by the 67s, and they are going to ice that one down. 8:08 to go in the first. Just about halfway. Face-off, drawn over. Bertrand plays it around for 67. Shot from Stance deflected up and into the mesh. Brockway. She plays it in. Brockway staying with it. Hamill trying to keep it alive. That one's played ahead by Bell. There goes Brockway. Brockway battling for it. She plays it behind the net. Casey releases and chases. She's got Bell skating down the middle. Casey shoots it, and that one is in the net. I think Casey with the goal for the Wildcats. 3-0. 7:17 left in this first period. And they will stick with Casey, Cameron, Bell, O'Neill, and Thompson. Bell plays that ahead to herself. Chases. Dumps that deep to Cameron behind. Cameron trying to go back to Bell. That one's intercepted. Casey back to O'Neill. Bell O'Neill up the left side. She gets it over the line, dumps it in. Here's Clark chasing. Bray at the wall. She can't get her stick on it. That one's in the middle to 66. Allen. Now Thompson. Anna Thompson skating with it. She gets her stick slashed there. They're going to call that one. First penalty of the game. Slashing is the call on Cowan. She heads to the box. And Nepean will have the first power play of the game. We'll match the game clock here at 6:31. Bray draws it back with 67 skate onto it. Silverson plays it long. Brooklyn Nor handles it. Goes out the left side to Dales. Now she's back behind the net. Sturdivant has a look. Sees challenge. Gets it up to Bray. Bray ahead to Clark and tap to Shula. Vivian Shula has that deflected by 93. Wildcats will connect on the next one. They're offside. 67s being harassed by Clark. She gets her stick back on it and back to Dales. Dales can't get it up. Now Silverson shoots, saved by Nor. Dales trying to go up to Bray. Bray goes across to Clark and she'll change. Sadie Clark with it. That one's tapped away. O'Neill down to pick it up. We're 1 minute into this power play for Wildcats. Dougal trying to work her way up the left side. Hamill trying to knock that one down. O'Neill back to pick it up. Bellers on the skate, crosses the red. She knocks away at the ref. Dougal, Brockway. Stopped up on the way to the net. Hamill, she's going to shoot one just wide. McDougal on the left side picks it up at the wall. She handles, spins around, goes back to Adele O'Neill. Adele deep to stance and cleared by the 67s. That will conclude the penalty. And here comes a new group in red. That's ahead to Brockway. Now Casey picks it up on her way in from the bench. Athena Casey handles, shoots. That one's high, but had some zip to it. Casey circling again. This is that one to Cameron. Oh, off the inside post and out. That one's all the way down past Nor. Icing is the call. Just under 4 minutes to play. In the first, Wildcats leading 3-0. Casey, Cameron, Bell, Thompson, and Sturdivant out there for the Wildcats. Casey tied up, and Bell challenging, no call there. Good defensive work by Bell to not allow that puck out of the zone. Cameron getting in to help. That one's tapped. Back to the middle to Casey. Casey makes her way through, past the rant line, regains possession, gets it to Cameron behind the net. Bell skating down the middle. They go back to Casey. They got Bell back door if they can get it to her. She picks it up behind the net. Cameron heading deep. 67s try to kick that one out, and now recovered by the Wildcats. Casey not able to corral that pass. Sturdivant in front of it, and that one's dumped in to Hannah Thompson. Back behind, left wing, and up to Casey. Casey knocks it ahead. Here comes Clark, F1, Shula, and Bray. Next line of forecheckers. 93 pay for the 67s. Drops that off. Clark and Dales back with Bray. Out to Hamill, back to Bray, and Bray gets it to Shula. She's challenged. Held in by Hamill. Bray to Shula. She's looking through to Clark. Can't connect. Dale's trying to get it. That one is too far. That'll get us McDougal Parkway stance. Dales and Hamill stay. 1:54 remaining. Stands through the middle. Maintains control. Gets it deep. Brockway heading to get it. She does. Backhands it to McDougal. McDougal and Brockway behind the net. Brockway fires it in front of Stance. That one's stopped up and saved. McDougal at the face-off. That one bounces back to Thompson. She shoots. Saved. 67s win that one. Get it up to Silverson. She handles. Tries a shot. That's deflected up and into the glass. Thompson gets it out of the zone. Dougal over to O'Neill, up towards Brockway, but that's passed. That's into the neutral zone. They'll reset. Kingsley kicks it into the offensive zone for the 67s. Plays back out by Hannah Thompson. Brockway battling. Kingsley back with the puck. She gets it across to number 7. Cameron able to stick check that. And Casey and Bell skating in to pick it up. Casey comes up with it. Athena Casey dumps it deep to the opposite corner. 67s take a long shot as time expires, and that is the end of period 1. Wildcats leading 3-0. All right, we're back for the start of period 2. We got Nor skating down to the right-hand side. It is Bell in nets, I wasn't sure, for the 67s. We're ready for 5-on-5 hockey.
Nothing for Nepean.
Nice. We got the out-of-town scoreboard. Katie Shula is on it. The U22s are leading 1-0. Good to hear. This is not the out-of-town scoreboard. Casey tries a shot. That's from her knees. All right. Bells keeps that in. Gets it back to Casey. Her stick is tied up. Can't pick it up. Bell with a stick check. And Sturdivant now knocks it down. That one icing. Gray draws that back. Whoop! Hamel knocks it down. Good glove there. And slides towards Shula. Shula zigzags and gets through the middle. Gets it up to Clark. Sadie Clark heading in. Gray with her. She drops it off. Gray goes back to Shula. Shula's trying to get it to Clark in the middle, but 267's in the way. Now O'Neill reverses it to Clark. Clark feeds it in. Smith gives her a little half shoulder check. 67s take that one deep behind Nor. She comes right out of her net to play that. Sturdivant to Shula. That's in front. Saved by Nor. That's at feet. Another big save. Brooklyn Nor. That clean sheet thus far for the Wildcats. Gray on the puck. Thompson, now Sturdivant. 67's working. Okay, so that looks like it's Hannah Thompson on the penalty. So we're going to have a 67's power play. I didn't see what he actually called, but 2 minutes. Wildcats on the PK. Brockway. Hamel, Stance, and Sturdivant out there right now for Wildcats. disrupting thus far. Whoa, shot is on, saved. There you go, just slot shot, blocked by Hamill. She gets it to Stance. Stance trying to chip and go around. Puck out with number 3. She goes all the way across to Cowan, who dumps it in. Sturdivant now gets it out to Stance, who takes it back deep. Killed one of 2 minutes here. So far, Sturdivant working to get it out. Smith dumps it in. Sturdivant on it. Stance tries to get that out the other side. That goes off the shin. Sturdivant now working to get it out. 67s keep it in. Not able to get that shot on net. That's over Silverson and back to the point. 77 across to Smith. Number 6. She thinks about shooting it. Goes back door, and that one is in the net. Jim Silverson with the goal for the 67s. Score that 77 to 6 to 20 for the 67s. And they bring the score to 3-1. Casey draws it over to Cameron. Cameron up the left side. She dumps it in. Cameron behind the net. There's O'Neill gets it back to her, and 67's now working to get it out. Good forecheck by Bell. That gets actually on the net to the goalie to play. And now Smith, number 6, looking for some room. And she brings it up the ice. Off the far boards, and Hannah Thompson of the 67s playing that one deep. Now there's Casey. She handles, gets it to Cameron. Cameron cross ice to a headman to Bell. She tries a shot. That's on net. Saved by the 67s. Rachel Clark, Hamill, and Dales. Gets it back to Clark, but she's challenged. Ray knocking that ahead. Shula's going to chase it. She gets it back to Hamill. Hamill back to Shula. Shula across to the on the right side. Dales is out, and she'll go back to Shula. Oh, that one's offside. One too many moves for Kylie to keep track of. McDougall, Brockway, Stance. 67's control that. They try a shot, blocked by both Brockway, I think, and McDougall. Behind. Ooh, Stance tried to chip that. Was just kept in by the 67s, and they'll send Savard back to pick it up. Savard challenged by McDougall. Now puck is back with Sturdivant. Sturdivant through the middle, knocked down by Brockway. Brockway to Stance. Grace Stance heading. McDougall, shot blocked, and number 7 spins and goes up to the left side. Hannah Thompson hustling up to keep that in, and puck was in somebody's equipment. We'll have a whistle. that over to Cameron, up to the point, and Cameron working for control now against 267s. O'Neill and Bell get in there. Bell picks it up. She's hustling behind the net. It's a challenge, trying to keep it alive. Cameron lifts the stick, gets it. She's got Casey in front. Oh, couldn't get all of that one. Back to Hamill though. She keeps it alive. Blocked. And now over to O'Neill. They'll have to get onside. They do. And that'll get us a bit of a line change. Here comes Clark. Casey handles, gets it over to Shula. Shula heading in. Can't quite shoot it. Bray puts it towards net. Stopped up by the skates of number 17. Oh yeah. And that one comes back to Bray. She leads it in this time. Goes to Clark. Clark backhand. Saved. Clark back to Bray. Bray's got Shula skating. She tries, just can't connect. Thompson of the 67s drops it to Silverson. Silverson wants a shot. That is in the net. I think that was tipped in by number 19 off of the initial shot from Silverson. Let's stop the clock. Score now 3-2 with 7. Let's reset this here. 39 to go. O'Neill up to Brockway. Back with Silverson. She's denied by O'Neill, and McDougall will take it back deep. McDougall coming up the middle of the ice, trying for Claire Brockway. That's tapped ahead, and Casey now coming on the forecheck. She gets a stick on it. Here comes Cameron. O'Neill skating up to Silverson, and Cameron's going to pick that up behind the net. She looks back to Casey. Casey under some pressure. Bobcats get it. Not quite to net. Casey working on it. Over to Silverson, and that one played deep. O'Neill first to it. Around to Emmy Bell. Bell off the wall to Casey. Casey plays it back. Bell and Casey trying to work it out. She lifts that up and over. Here comes Cameron. She's working to get to the puck. 22 not giving her anything easy there. And now number 10 skating it up. She gets it to Callan. Pulls it once, pulls it twice, and goes wide with the shot. Dale's up towards Cameron, and now Casey will dump it in. Clark, Shula, Bray now coming in at forward. That's picked off by Bray. She tries to get it ahead to Clark. That one's now picked up by the 67s. Hamill trying to keep that alive. One-on-one. Dales and number 11. Little squeeze into the boards there. Over to Clark on the right wing. She goes ahead to Bray. Bray dumps it back towards Clark. Sturdivant working to keep that in, but Silverson controls it. Bray with a chop from behind there to stop it. Chop on the stick, not chop on the body. And Clark clears the zone. Bray back to Thompson. Thompson tries to go back to Bray. That one's intercepted. Silverson puts a shot on, and that one's saved. Dougal. Brockway stance. Up back with Brockway. Behind to Hamill and over to Adele O'Neill. She tries for Stance, doesn't get it to her. Now Hamill behind. Back over to Stance. Stance ahead. She follows it up herself. Deal with it now. On that one, and they'll have to regroup. O'Neill draws one in, spins, and goes to the right side. Stance looking across. Woo! Good play by Brockway to keep that alive. That was a tough pass to wrangle in, but Brockway made a nice play with her skate and her stick. Over to the wall to challenge. Bell puts her stick on it. She's across the red line and dumps it in. Here comes Casey and Cameron. Cameron on the puck, gets it to Dales. Dales off the wall, deep to Emmy Bell. Bell is behind the net, gets it to Casey. Casey finds Sturdivant at the point. Sturdivant shoots. That one is safe. So we're coming over to the offensive left side for the faceoff. Casey knocks that over towards Bell. She fights for control. They get it. Casey back to Sturdivant. Sturdivant, Cameron tries to do like a swinging bunt and get that towards the net, but they do maintain possession. Bell got it back to Cameron, and now to Charlie Dales. Dales shoots just wide. Yes, he tries to get it ahead. Now we got a breakaway. Cowan shot. Top corner. And this is a tie game. Sorry, we forgot to start the clock. We're time back with 2:15. And Wildcats and 67s are tied with 2:15 to go in the second period. Gray can't get that pass through. Silverson plays it ahead. There goes O'Neill to pick it up. O'Neill out to Clark. Clark tries to get it to Bray. That goes past. Bray and Clark forechecking. Thompson being checked by Shula, and now puck is in the neutral zone. Maybe Shula gets through. She's got a shot, saved. Just over a minute and a half to play. Nice if Wildcats could get another goal before the end of the period. Dougal draws that back. Stance. Challenging. O'Neill. Center ice with Brockway. She goes to the right side. Thompson gets a stick on him. McDougall back to Brockway. Backhand tried. Stance tries one. Now blocked way again. Doodle picks that back up. Around to Charlie Dales. She plays it deep. Thompson and Dales battling. There's Brockway covering up. That one squirts past the blue line and they'll have to get onside. Meanwhile, here comes Kalea, number 17. She puts it on net. Moore plays that to the corner. Over towards Brockway. She tries to maintain her position. Dougal comes out of the scrum with the puck. Gets it to Brockway. Around the horn, and that is going to be it. That is the end of period 2. Wildcats 67s tied at 3 apiece. Let's go, Wildcats! All right, first period was all Wildcats, second period all 67s. Let's see what the third period brings. On the clock. Puck is dropped. Emmy Bell working her way forward with it. That one's checked. Bell not giving up. Here's Cameron. She gets it deep. Hannah Thompson tries a shot. That's saved, released. Dropped by Cameron for Casey behind. Casey gets it back to Bell. Bell, trying to go to the point. That gets past Tegan Sturdivant, and she'll have to head down deep to pick that up. She has a look, gets it to Casey in the middle. Casey reverses through the circle, gets it up to Bell. Bell dumps it in, and Mikhail Cameron chasing. She gets it. Ooh, a good job by Kenny to keep that one in. Shot is on. Saved. Shula getting it deep. 67s pick it up. They go off the wall. That one's chipped in, and O'Neill trying to get it out now. She goes to Clark. Can't get that out now. Over to Shula. Shula, center ice. Ray chips it ahead, tracks it down, tries to go through the middle to Clark. Shula tries just high. Sturdivant keeps it alive. That one's off Clark's shin, and we'll get a reset in the neutral zone. Shula keeps it alive. Stance. Shula. Stance skating, top of the circle. Gets it to Dales. Dales tries one. That one is a face mask of Bell, the 67's goalie. That'll complete the change for the Wildcats as Brockway comes out. McDougall stands Brockway, Dales and Sturdivant. Puck goes around, Sturdivant gets it deep. 67s try to break out, that's recovered by the Wildcats. Brockway skating the blue line on her backhand, tries to knock that deep. Stance now on the wall to challenge. Stance and Brockway. To McDougall, back to Stance. She tries the backhand, that's saved. She's still got the puck in the corner. Tries to backhand it, stops it with her skates. Wildcats now to Sturdivant at the red line. She dumps it in, that'll get us a D change. Here comes Thompson, O'Neill, and Bell and Camerans. Bell crosses the blue, crosses the red, dumps it in. Out to O'Neill. She puts it towards net low. Casey picks it up. Theta Casey reverses. Tries to get to Hannah Thompson. That one's stopped up by the 67s. And now O'Neill heading on the wall. 67s. Can't get to it. That's saved by Nor. Oh, and they're calling interference on O'Neill. I don't know if I like that one. I don't know that I like that one. Yeah, that was pretty reasonable play in my opinion, but nonetheless, the referee has blown the whistle and 67s have a power play. Hamill, Cameron, Thompson, and Casey out for this first shift of the penalty kill. They drive them into the neutral zone. Cameron forechecking, missed some speed. Hamill, Casey lifts it up. Handles, gets it deep. Bell coming in, and now Clark coming in. 67s are deep. Clark forechecking. Bertrand, number 77, dipsy doodling, and she skates it in. Number 6 tries one, that's tipped and into the corner. That's through to Cowan. She's tapped off the puck, thankfully, before she was able to get a shot. Six seconds left to kill. They get it through the middle. Cowan lines it up and just wide with that shot. Back over to the 67s on the right side. They go behind the net. Right into the point. Saved by Nor. Wildcats hold them off to prevent the power play goal. Sticks are flying. We've got 6 seconds. Reset. $13.50, and there's 6 seconds left on the power play. Cross to 22. That's off somebody's head and into the corner. Ray picks it up. Gets it out. Shula is getting seemingly a little bit hooked by Thompson. Bray plays it around. 67s go to Thompson. Silverson takes another stick check from Bray. Saw that earlier. Bray around to Clark. Thompson through. Now Sturtevant on the puck on Silverson. Puck behind. Now with Thompson. Silverson. Shula challenging. That's on net. Saved by Norm. Shula trying to play that. Now Sturtevant, let's go. That is out. Let's go, Wildcats! At your feet. Puck into feet. That one is in the net. 67s on the 19. $12:05.
What's the problem?
Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Skated off by McDougall. He gets it up towards stance. Brockway skating onto it. Claire Brockway stops, turns. To the middle, but nobody home. Neal tying it up on the boards. Wildcats play it back deep. 67s pick it up behind the line. Number 6 plays it ahead, and she drove herself there. That wasn't O'Neill. Here comes McDougall. Ahead to the red line, but Stance not able to get that one. Athena Casey skates in, takes control. Drops it. Shot and saved. Casey facing off. Draws it back. Bell skates in. Dales gets it deep. Casey challenging. Dale skating up. 67's not able to get it out. Casey's back with it. She shoots it low. Saved. Backhand. Follow up by Mikel Cameron. The Wildcats needed that one. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put the last goal up. It is now 4-4. Mikel Cameron evens it up off the Casey shot. Plays it ahead. Cameron looking for real estate. Goes over to the left side. Trying to get it through Bell. That's tapped ahead. And here comes Gray. That's going to be icing on the 67s. Bray facing off. It's a draw. Shula over on the wall. Bray knocks it deep. Clark chasing. Dale's trying to keep that in, but that's into the neutral zone. Bray up to Clark. Clark skating in. Slides it across. Shot saved by Shula. Bray gets a stick on it. Shula and Bray working to try to keep it in. Silverson taps it out. Good stick by Sturdivant to get it back ahead. 67s lift that up and over. And Thompson to Sturdivant. Sturdivant to Bray. Bray ahead to Shula. That's tapped and tapped back. Up and out for a face-off. Control that one. Stance and Brockway challenging in the corner. There goes McDougall. Wildcats. Sturdivant picks it up, tries a low one. That's stopped by a skate of the 67s, and 67s ice the puck. Official time 8:13. 4-4 tie in this third period. Some regular season hockey game. Athena Casey to take the face off. Oh, somebody's getting kicked out. And they're telling 11 to come take the face off. Wildcats control it. Over to Sturdivant. She puts it deep. Under Thompson, but now Athena Casey. She floats out into the middle. Cameron skating for it. Bell trying to pick it up. Fallon getting a hold of it, and now Wildcats trying to win it back. That's to Cowan in the slot. Wildcats break up that play, fortunately. 93 plays it around. Cowan and Sturdivant collided a little bit there. Sturdivant picks it up. Thompson plays it ahead to Cowan. Number 22 falls down. Cameron. She played it ahead to Cowan. She played it ahead to Cameron. Bray working. on the puck. Shula gets her stick on it. That's over to Bray. Attack! Bray gets it on net. Clark trying to follow it up. Bray fires it over to Hamill. McKenna Hamill takes it in, shoots one, blocked, stays with it. Bray gets it back to O'Neill, but now 67's Avery May coming up with that. Back to Shula. She gets it into the neutral zone. They need to change, but need an opportune moment here. 67's try a shot blocked by Hamill. Shula. They are gassed. They need to get off. Shula taps it ahead. 67's headman the puck to number 10. Katie McDougall is all over that one. Charlie Dale's around the horn. To Sturdivant. She gets that. Okay, that was kept in. D to D and back up to number 10. Sturdivant gets there first. He's knocked down, but gets right back up. Shot saved, cleared up by Stance. Brockway now joining. Dougal takes it deep. Works her way through the middle, being worked on by Cowan, and now 67's dump it in for 4:20 left to go in this game. Score is still tied 4-4. Stance leading it in. Gets into the corner. Casey trying for that. 67's get there first. Number 7 for the 67's. Working her way up. By Brockway and O'Neill. Thompson. Brockway shoots in the glove. 3:35 left to play. Casey, Cameron, Bell, Dales, and Hamill. Hamill gets it. Ooh, almost got it to Cameron. Cameron to Casey. Backhand. Oh, just over by Bell. Charlie Dales. And back. Gets it to Hamill. She tries to get it out. That is out. Bell checked by Silverson. Trying to keep it alive. There goes Cameron. We're under the 3-minute mark now. Silverson tries another shot. Sturdivant blocks. Trey gets to that one. Gets it back to Sturdivant. Sturdivant up to Bell. Bell ahead. Oh! Almost to Cameron. Cameron dumps. Let's go, Wildcats! Ray intercepts, keeps it, gives it to Shula. Shula trips. Back to Hannah Thompson at the blue line. Behind with Clark, back to Shula. Shula shot! Oh! Saved up and into the mesh. And we got a whistle. We did not have a whistle, but we should have had a whistle. '67's control, get it up by the ref's head. Thompson shoots, that's in the glove. Here we go! They're trying to get that over the shoulder. 67's pick it up. They go up the wall, but are met by Thompson. Bray keeps that alive. She puts it deep off the wall to Clark. Sadie Clark skating it. She's being checked. There goes a shot. That one's high from Sturdivant. Picked up by Thompson on the right side. She gets it back to Shula. Shula fakes. Goes around. She's going to get to the net. Tries it just wide. Picked up by Bray behind. Stay on it. Bray back to Shula. Shula, oh, to Clark, swing and miss. 1:26 to go. That one is going to be icing, or not. .52 seconds. We are under a minute to play in this second last game of 2025. McDougall tries to get it out. That's blocked by Savard. McDougall heading down, 35 seconds. Brockway to Stance, 26 seconds. Shot attempt blocked. Hamill's going to try again, blocked again, gets it behind. McDougall, 17 seconds. Stance comes up with it from behind the net. 10 seconds now. Hamill trying to get the puck, kicks it. Shoot it! And that is all for today. This game ends in a 4-4 tie. Hopefully they can regroup and have a better showing tomorrow.